Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We're always on the lookout for fascinating perspectives on how we live and use our spaces. And today we're really excited to dig into some ideas from VizX Design Studios and their take on what they call the art of outdoor living.
Always love exploring those outdoor spaces, right? It's interesting though. This content really struck me because it starts with something so simple, so relatable. That idea of just wanting a nice backyard, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I think we've all been there, right? You
Yeah.
step out of your backyard and you're just like, I wish this was nicer.
But see, that's where it gets interesting, right? Because what VizX is saying is that there's always more to that desire for something nice. Like it's a clue to something deeper.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not just about aesthetics.
No, not at all. It's about our needs, our dreams, how we really want to live in that space.
And they have a great example of this, right? This family comes to them and says, we just want something nice for the backyard. Sounds familiar, right?
Oh, for sure. A classic starting point.
But then, as they start talking and VizX starts asking questions, this whole other picture emerges. Like they find out the family really wants a dedicated space for parties, like birthday parties. No more dragging tables and chairs across the lawn.
Oh, I can totally relate to that. Like, how many times have we all done that dance? It's like a whole workout before the party even starts.
Right. And think about how much more enjoyable those gatherings would be if you had that designated space all ready to go.
Absolutely. It's like design solving real life problems. And I think that's really at the heart of what VizX is getting at.
And it wasn't just about parties, right? This family also wanted a peaceful little spot for their morning coffee.
Oh, I love that. It's like creating your own little outdoor sanctuary, right? A
Yeah.
place to just be, to enjoy the quiet.
Exactly. It's about those personal moments, those little rituals that make your space feel truly yours. And I bet a lot of our listeners can relate to that. We all have those moments we crave, right?
Absolutely. And VizX is showing us how design can actually support those moments, make them even more meaningful.
Right. It's not just about adding a patio or a fire pit. It's about thinking about how those elements actually work for you and your life.
And another thing they brought up, which I thought was interesting, was the flow between the kitchen and the grill.
Oh, yeah, that's such a good point. You wouldn't think it would be that big of a deal, but it can make a huge difference in how you use the space.
For sure. It's like if you're constantly running back and forth, it's not exactly relaxing, is it?
Nope, not at all. A smooth flow between those areas can really make cooking and eating outdoors so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And that's something to think about, right? It's those little design details that can have a big impact on our daily lives.
I'm really glad they brought that up. It's something we might not always think about consciously, but it makes such a difference.
Oh, and here's something I thought was really insightful. VizX emphasizes thinking about future needs too. And like in this example, the family had young children, but they were also thinking about how the space would work when those kids got older and they were hosting different kinds of gatherings.
That's smart. It's like building in that flexibility, right? So the space can adapt and evolve along with you.
Exactly. It's about creating something that's not just beautiful, but also functional and relevant for years to come.
Mm.
I mean, we don't want to be redesigning our backyards every 5 years, right?
Exactly. I think this is such a good takeaway for anyone thinking about any kind of home improvement project. Think long term.
Now, here's the question. How does VizX actually get to the bottom of all this? Like, how do they figure out these deeper needs?
Well, it seems like their process starts with listening, really listening. Like before they even start sketching, they're asking questions, unexpected questions.
Like what? Give me an example. What kind of stuff do they ask?
They want to understand how you actually use your space. How often do you entertain? How does the sun move across the yard throughout the day? What are your preferences for like morning versus evening? It's all about understanding your lifestyle.
And it's not just about what you do, but also about how you want to feel in the space.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so personal. It's not just about creating something that looks nice. It's about creating something that feels right.
So it's this deep understanding of the client that leads to a design that's truly meaningful, not just superficially pleasing.
Right. It's the difference between just adding stuff and creating a space that actually becomes an extension of your home, an extension of your life.
I love that. It's not just a patio. It's a place where life unfolds.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to this idea of the art of outdoor living. It's not about following trends or copying what you see in magazines. It's about creating something unique to you and your needs.
Yeah, it's about understanding that your space is a reflection of you, of your lifestyle, of how you want to live.
I think there's a bigger lesson here, too. It's about the power of human-centered design. When we focus on the people who will actually be using the space, the results are so much more impactful.
So as you think about your own outdoor space, maybe the first question isn't what would look nice, but what do I really want to do out here? What kind of experiences do I want to create? It's about digging a little deeper.
Yeah. And you might be surprised at what you discover. It could be the start of something truly amazing.
Something to think about.
Hmm.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.